Hi, guys. You and I know that intuition is so important in business, and it's really about trusting, and just trusting in the universe, trusting in the higher powers, trusting in yourself, and then surrendering to the outcome as you take action towards your business goals. And today, I am so honored to invite Carmela, an angel intuitive coach, to come up and join us live to share with us how she worked with angels and how angels guide her to making decisions and surrendering to the guidance of angels. And let's welcome her on to see. I have accepted. Let's see what's going on. Okay.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Carmela.
How are you?
I'm good. It's my morning. I know it's your night. How has your day been?
Yeah, it's great. So excited that we're doing this. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
No, I love this. I love chatting with you. And I've always, I've worked with you before, like you have guided me through my angels. And I've always loved to find out like you, how you get started, what led you to,
Yeah,
working with angels. Yeah, so, okay, before that, introduce yourself first, like just a brief summary of what you
dive
do.
in. Let's start. I know. I'm Carmela, of Angel Blessings. I'm an angel intuitive coach and also an angel intuitive reader. So I have the pleasure of connecting women to their angels. And the reason why I'm such a big believer in it, the reason why it's such a big part of my life is because we often think that we're alone here on earth and that we have to figure it out all by ourselves. And I have the pleasure of teaching women how to connect with their angels so they are able to make courageous actions in their lives. They're able to go after what it is that they want, knowing that they're supported, knowing that they're going to get every step of the way what to do, know that they are so loved. And truly, truly, truly having a relationship with your angels, listening with them, connecting with them makes your life so much easier, so much better. And I want so many people to know that and understand that. So that is why I do what I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I love that. Like, truly, especially running a business or just life in general, like, we can overthink a lot. And
Yeah.
sometimes, sometimes it's like we forgot to open up to the
Yes.
possibilities, right?
Yes. Opening up to just the possibilities that are there for you. So, as how I got started a while back. I'm trying to think. I was like looking at old emails the other day, and I think like 2016 is when like I got that first inkling of, oh, what's this? But I remember I received an angel oracle deck, and I don't know how I got it. I can't remember to this day if it was a gift, if I bought it, but I remember just picking a card of the day, loving the gentle message. It was like joy, happiness. And I'm like, yes, of course. It was like a nice little paragraph. It would describe it, and then the pictures of the angels were just so light and gentle. And I was like, angels. Let me learn about this. And then that was it. I dived in head first, had teachers, took classes, read books, everything, everything, everything to learn about angels and intuition. And then I started my business being an angel intuitive reader, which I still do. So people come to me if they want clarity on a particular topic or anything, and I go into what messages the angels have for them. That's very much loving and gentle. And then when I went full time in my business, I added on coaching. So now I get to teach people, which I'm so excited about and so love how they can connect with their angels, have that relationship themselves.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thanks for sharing with us. And how, share with us also a little bit like how has connecting with your angels changed your life?
It's been truly amazing. So I was very much this type of person. Still gets those little inklings, but I was the type of person who loved school. And I mean, I became an elementary teacher, I always wanted to be one, so it made sense. But I loved school, but I was always the one of like, okay, I want to get A plus plus. I want to do the extra credit. Um, Assignment wasn't due for 2 weeks, but like, let's get started now. Why not? Why rest when we can just do it? And it didn't feel like pressure or stress at the time. It was just how I was. And it wasn't until later, I think in my grad school, I was like, I don't think I know how to relax. I don't think I know how to just be. I think I'm just always going, and it was fine. That's just how life was for me. And I didn't realize until later on, like, that's overworking all the time. That's putting stress on you, even though you don't feel it because it's so part of you and you have trouble just relaxing. So when I started connecting with my angels, I learned, first of all, I can get myself out of the way. I don't need to figure out a solution. And that's one of the best things I ever learned. Like, I don't need to figure out and plan, like, okay, if I do this, then I can do this. And if I do this, I can schedule this. And it's so tiring. It really is. And I love when I connect that I'm just like, okay, this is what I want to do, angels. Now it's your turn. You tell me what to do next. And that's it, you know? And then they tell me, they give me a message, and then I take that action on it. So a lot of people think like, oh, when I just tell the angels and I don't do anything, that's not it. You release the how and trying to organize everything and figure it out. So you release that pressure because you give it to your angels. And then they're going to tell you, do this, do this, do this. And then it's your job to then do it, that aligned, courageous action. So that was one thing. And then the other thing is just feels like you're not alone. You know, I think very much when we, especially when we go through challenging times that can be very difficult, you know that you're not alone. Your angels have you, they support you, and you can just instantly connect with them and just feel their love, feel their warmth and comfort. And it's really wonderful to know that you're not alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that, like when you say you're not alone, because I know, especially, we are running this business. Sometimes, it's like by ourselves, it can feel lonely sometimes. And then when you remember, okay, like there's someone here to support me, loving me unconditionally,
Ah,
you just, yeah, it just feels so loved and supported, and that you're not alone. And the part where you say, like, you love school. I love school as
yeah.
well. And, I used to see myself as a high achiever, and I love working hard. I absolutely love it.
Ah,
And what you shared totally resonate with me. It's like in the past, you don't even realize that you are like forcing or like
yes.
forget, not resting, right? Or just relaxing and just be.
Yes, just being. And when I started my business, so as a teacher, you're on a schedule. So like, you finish school, you might do some work, but you had your weekends off for the most part. I know some teachers work on weekends and you had vacations. So you had planned resting time. When you're in your own business, and I love my business so much, and that's part of the challenge at time is like, I want to be in it all the time. I came up with an idea, let me do this. And it's like, that's great and wonderful, but have you been outside today? Have you just gone out with a friend and had fun? Have you just left your home and left your business where it is and know it's going to be fine and protected and it's good to go, and just be the full human and go out, have fun, do something you enjoy, whether it's by yourself or with friends. And that's the part I'm really, really connecting with in 2024. I told myself 2024 is going to be my year of really great expansion for my business, really great expansion of myself and learning and growing within myself even more, and being able to leave that there and also just enjoy the other parts of life. But just being, like, just having your brain relax, your body relax, knowing everything's going to be fine and you can relax. Yeah.
Just listening to you saying that, I just feel like, does anyone else on the live or replay feel the same? It's just the
Yeah.
sigh of relief, that release of almost like the tension and pressure in my brain, in my body. It's like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah, I even feel that, like, even now in this conversation, we are all being supported by our, for me, I call it guides, but of course to you, you call it angels. I feel like we are so supported even during this conversation.
Yes.
Mm,
Yeah. I think the hard
yeah, that's
for us
mhm.
as humans, we just feel like we have to keep working. If I don't work and I pause or I relax or I open myself to receiving, then it's not going to work. That I earn And it's like, no, you just her and just allowing yourself to see that abundance comes in, that the help comes in, allow it in. And you have to work so hard, and that brain that constantly going on the minute you wake up and you go to bed and you're still trying to figure it out, and just calming that down, letting your over, and they'll guide you what to do next. I'm such a beautiful, easier, such a better way of living. You're no longer in that hustle and stress mode. Breathe. You can just breathe. And not only will everything work out, but these miracles happen. Like things come that you never even imagined that are so much better than you would have thought.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like there's a part where it's almost like releasing the expectations, surrendering to the outcomes, right?
Yes. That is so,
Mm.
yes, yes. It's part of like enjoying the journey. Like we can have our goal, but enjoy where we are as we're going towards it, and releasing that and knowing it's going to happen in such a beautiful way.
Yeah, exactly. I always like to say like taking aligned actions while surrendering to the
Yeah,
outcome.
yeah,
Because like you say, it sometimes it gets to be better than we
absolutely.
expected. And even if it like took a turn, it might lead us to somewhere even more beautiful and
Yes.
amazing. Mm.
Like because when you're in your business and you'll understand this, like we expect I do this, that will equal this, then we outcome. And what I've learned in this business, especially in the beginning, I did this, and then the universe is like, great, we're gonna go over here. And I'm like, but what? Okay. And you learn these lessons and everything, and you swirl around and you come back and you're like, oh, and then all these beautiful things happen. And it was all those lessons preparing you so you're ready for when that, because if it comes in, that abundance, whether it's clients, money, opportunities, and we're not ready to hold that space, our body's not ready, our mind, then it comes in and it goes out quickly. We're not able to hold on to that. Versus, I'm over here and universe is giving me lessons and things that stretch me and feel uncomfortable, challenges, but you sit with it, you work through it, and then you get here and you're like, oh my gosh, I get it. Okay, I'm ready. Here we go. Bring it in. Yeah.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason, leading us, especially if we look through like back on our life, everything that happens is for us, it's for our growth, right? For us to come back to ourselves, finding our own path forward to, I mean, I like to say making this world a better place. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and you said like, what you just shared remind me of, I know you have this like 7 day challenge in Telegram going on now. And yesterday I was just listening to one of your audio about being open.
Yes.
And that reminds me of that, like being open to really receiving, being open to the possibilities, being open to, other ways, other perspectives of like how things can be, right?
Yes. And it's really great because we place our own limitations on ourselves. We think that, okay, I can't dream too big, right? That's not for me, it's for other people. So that's one limitation. And the other limitation is, well, I expect it to go a certain way. So I have to figure it out. I have to stress out about it. It's only me, me, me. And that's not the case. Like, first of all, allow yourself to dream big, whatever it is that you want, but also let the universe, let your angels take over. Allow them to figure out all the details. You just state what you want, let them take over. They're going to tell you, okay, do this or go over here. And your job then is to say, oh, okay, I'm going to do that. And then watch as everything just falls into place. And I think what scares people a bit is that it can happen effortlessly, because when you're working with your angels, it doesn't feel like a strain. It doesn't feel like you're overworking. It doesn't feel like you're like, oh my gosh, I got to figure this out. It feels easier. So when they tell you to do something, you're like, oh, okay. And things just flow. You're like, oh my gosh, that felt easier. Oh, I didn't see that coming. That felt so lovely. And it plays a mind trick on us because we're learning, we're taught, work hard, keep going. And this is like, wait, you want me to relax, let go? Yes, yes, yes. So it takes a minute to like figure that like, and we become uncomfortable. We become uncomfortable relaxing. We become uncomfortable releasing. We become uncomfortable surrendering. But it's always just coming back to that place like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
And for people who are open to learning about the angels, and maybe they are, how would you do you have any advice on like how to get started?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely. I always say talk to your angels like they're your best friends. So I mean literally if you're new to it, just start talking either in your head or out loud in your house like, "Hey, how are you doing today? I'm doing great." Like just talk like this is what I'm going through. I'm open. Thank you. And just say I'm open to whatever messages you want to share with me and just being open. You'll start noticing things around you. You'll start noticing certain signs, certain people talk to you and say certain things. You end up being at the right place at the right time for the right situation. And then you can just go into like, okay, thank you. I would love some help with this. Thank you, angels. And just open yourself up and see what comes in. But I say just jump in and just start talking like you would a friend.
I love that because all I've been doing is like talking to them in my mind. I feel like just like letting myself voice it out loud
Yeah.
and talking to them like to say a best friend. Oh, that's something I would love to try
Yeah.
after this. And
Yeah, just start talking. Like, this is what I'm doing today. Okay, I'm feeling a little uneasy about this. All right, I would love some guidance or feel like a little extra love today. Thank you. And just go on and start things happening. You'll start to feel more at ease. And then I also just like in the mornings, you just place your hands over your heart and just close your eyes and say, thank you, angels, for your love and guidance just for a moment and you start to feel like, oh, yeah, this is nice.
yeah, that sounds like a great start to a morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi Karen, I
That,
see. Yeah, start by doing exactly. It's
that,
like just start by doing. Like okay, so I feel like a lot in this space. Sometimes they feel like it's like not doing, and I
yeah,
feel like there's a part where you start doing, and then the guidance come in, and then you say yes, like you say yes, and okay, I hear you. Okay, let's go try
yeah.
this. And like I feel like there's this part where it's like approaching it with curiosity as well. Would you say?
Yeah, it's about being open and being like, yeah, curious of, ooh, I wonder how it's going to go now. Ooh, I can't wait to see how they're going to talk to me because the angels also speak to you in different ways. So each person has a way of connecting with their angels. So like for me, I'm into music and I played instruments as a kid and all through school and everything. I go back into it a little bit. Um, so I get a lot of messages in songs. Like I'll have a certain song pop up and it's either the title or the lyric or something and I'm like, oh, there's my message. So for me, it's that way, or I'll just get just the words of what to do. Other people like see an image, or I know someone I worked with, one of my clients, like very visual, like certain words will literally pop up on a billboard or the back of a truck, and she would always get it like that. So there's different ways that they communicate with you, and it's always an aligned action. So when people are like, I have to do, it's you release, let them take over. They're going to guide you of what to do, when to do it, how to do it. But if we're thinking in our minds, then we're kind of forcing and putting pressure on it. We release it and then it just comes in. I don't make any decision in my business without the guidance of my intuition or my angels. I just don't. I don't do any of it all. I'm not forcing. It's something I was like, oh, today I wanted to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm not feeling the pull, something's off. I won't do it. I wait until the guidance. It'll either come in later on that day. All of a sudden at night, I'm like, ooh, I have a burst of energy. Okay, I got it. I know what I'm going to do. And all of a sudden, I'm typing at night. So I know to like allow myself to release that. And I always wait for that inspiration. I just cannot work and live without my angels. Like every single move I make in my business and life is with messages, with trusting my intuition.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that I have a question
Yeah.
for you in regards to that because you say you don't you wait for inspiration to take action.
Yeah.
So how would you advise others on like whether
Yeah.
it's is not taking the action because it is not aligned,
Yeah.
not the guidance given by the angels, or whether they are not doing the thing because it's them getting in their own way and holding themselves back.
Yeah, it's part of that. And some people think differently in terms of, and it depends on each person. So some people think differently in terms of, okay, let's say there's like a list of tasks that I think I should be doing, and you're not really feeling up to it. So some people will be like, okay, how do I make this for helping me as I tackle these tasks, making them more fun, making them more enjoyable. So that's one way of doing it. I don't do it from that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. Each person is different. For me, I cannot do anything. I just don't feel into it. I just don't, and I can't force myself. It's a very miserable time. I'm not going to try to make it seem fun for me. It's just no. And again, everyone's different, so you can get started. Ask your angels. For me, it's I may have like a list of things I want to do, and I'll wake up and I'm like, okay, where do we start? Which one are we doing? And if I wake up and I'm just not feeling it, I don't force myself. So I stop and I say, okay, I'm not going to force, I'm going to release. And angels, you'll let me know when to start, what to do. And it works every time. All of a sudden, that burst of inspiration, that's part of the messages they tell you. It's like that burst, that aligned action of, ooh, okay. And you don't know where it comes from, of course, right? Because it's not you thinking of it. It's how that works. It's like, yes, I'm going to do it. And you get that birth, and then that leads to something else. And then you're up at night doing things, and it's a great time. Um, or it tells you to contact this person out of nowhere. So that's that aligned action. That's that inspiration you follow. That's when you surrender, they're getting the messages and you follow it. The tricky part comes in when you get a message from your angels and you're like, is that for me? I'm not sure. Was that a sign? I don't know. Maybe that was a sign. I don't know. I need another sign. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's your sign. The sign's the sign. Just trust it. Go with it, and we get in our own way. We're doubting ourselves because it doesn't make sense. It wasn't logical. It came out of nowhere. It sometimes feels easy. It doesn't feel like anything that would make sense to do next. So we get in our own way of maybe that's not, no, never mind. That's not for me. And then we're still like trying to decide what to do. Then we go back to our old habits of forcing and putting pressure on ourselves. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, Karen says a feather just drifted down from the sky in front of her right now. Oh, that's so beautiful.
I love
Yeah, that's a sign,
it.
right?
Yeah. Feathers. Sometimes people see pennies, angel numbers, all like lovely signs. It's just angels letting you know, like, I'm here, I love you, I support you. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're loved, Karen. It's a sign that you're supported, and a sign to all of us as well, that we are constantly being supported. And I find that the tricky part sometimes is because it's not visible to
Yeah.
us. And sometimes if we are not used to practice, not used to being supported, and sometimes it can get, it's about like practicing to get it in, right? To learn, to
Yeah.
constantly check in with the angels, talk to the angels. And this is something sometimes I can forget when I get too much in my own mind.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very much like, oh wait, I have help.
Mm-hmm.
Angels. And I did it just the other day. I was doing something new on the back end for business and the email and the landing page, all that stuff. And I was just like, and I knew going into it is not something that I know how to do automatically. Oh, I love your teacup, by the way. I love tea also. So I'm like, ooh. And I knew going into it, and I said, okay, angels, thank you for helping me before I started. And then I got there and things were flowing. And when I had like a little hiccup, I said, okay, thank you, angels. I'm having difficulty with help. And then I would see like the right YouTube video that I can watch, or I was able to contact the people in the chat and they guided me through, or they said, we got it, we'll do it for you. And I was like, oh my gosh, the help is there. It's just for us to get out of our heads and to remember the help is there. So I, connect my for everything, the big things and what I say, small things, because it's all the same here to help us. So when I'm going to do a task that I know might be a little tricky for me, I always ask for help.
Yeah, that's so beautiful to always know that whenever we want help, simply just have to ask for it and it will come in unexpected way. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to kind of like summarize or round this amazing time out, oh, the time passed so fast. Oh my God, we have been talking for 35 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So to round this up, do you have like a tip or guidance for anyone who's watching this live or in the replay?
Yeah, I would say overall, having a relationship with your angels is just really life. It's helpful for those times in your life when you're like, I don't know what to do next. And I know some of us, we feel that way. We're like, do I make a left turn? Do I make a right turn? I don't know what decision to make. I need some clarity. I'm going through challenging times. And your angels take care of all of it. When you develop your relationship with your angels, they're able to come in and help you and guide you. So I would say jump on in. Like I said earlier, just talk to them like they're your friend. Just start talking and having that relationship and being open to seeing what messages, what signs come through for you. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Carmela. And for those who love to work with their angels or interested in working with you, what are the ways that they
Yeah,
can work with you right now?
absolutely. So, one is I'm go right now. I have my 7-day Angel Connection Challenge. The link is in the bio, or you can message me. 7-day challenge. And we just officially started today, and it was actually all about surrendering. So it's perfect to what we're talking about. And then there's some other messages there, but it's a free challenge. And every day I'm going to be dropping one of the key concepts to help you develop your relationship with your angels. And there's a practice that goes with it. And it's just great communities there too. I love community. So I wanted to build where we can talk to each other and everything. So that's going on now. Again, link in bio or message me. And the other way is that I work with women one-on-one in my Angel Intuitive program, and I so love it. We work together for 12 weeks where we really get to dive in. I get to know what's going on in your life, where you want to go, what obstacles or challenges are coming up, and I teach you how to connect with your angels so that you are facing those challenges, working through those challenges. You know what the messages are. You're not afraid to make decisions because you're so firm in what's happening. You're not afraid to go after what it is because you have such deep faith in knowing that your angels got you. It's going to happen. It's right here. It's happening now. And that you're never again trying to figure out what do I do next or did I make the right decision? Because you learn you're so connected with your angels that, bam, I do this. Okay, great. Let's go. So that's what I do as well. So if you love information about that, feel free to message me and we'll chat and I'll tell you more about that.
Mm,
Yes.
Yay, thank you for sharing with us. And those who love to work with their angels or just, get into the vibe of Carmela here, follow her on Instagram. I love her content. I consume her stories every day. And it's like yeah. And like I know that she loves nature as well. I love seeing her post like videos and photos of nature, and I love it. Like I love being in nature. Yeah. So if that's a vibe, if that aligns with you, go give her a follow. And yeah, thank you so much for being here with us today, Carmela, and sharing all the different ways of working with our angels.
Yes, thank you so much. I so love this. We should do this again. This was great. Thank you all for being here. So much fun.
Yeah, thank you everybody who's watching this live, watching the replay. Let us know in the comments, your thoughts on working with angels. And yeah, don't forget to check out Carmela's profile. And we'll see you around.
Bye.
Bye.